Hi guys, so I'm back with another video today. What I'm going to do is I've got my charts here, but I just wanted to quickly talk to you so that I don't have all my markings on my chart. So just to confirm, today's date is the 28th, and we're going to talk about this day in particular because obviously we've got a new day that started. So this is the day that we traded. I'll show you where I got in and we'll take it from there. So jumping into the 15-minute time frame, we'll scrub back a little bit. You can see that this is a live chart from right here. So what we had was we had New York open here and the market dipped down a little bit, went up and then broke down. Now 7 o'clock is here and you can see that we went up, broke down, came back up and then broke down further. Now if I jump on to my chart with my markings and just show everything by taking that away. So I wasn't able to record my session today, so I'm just going to walk you through my entries, what I was thinking and how the trade came along. So you can see that we had double lows here, and this was the open right here. As we were pushing up, there's a 1 hour fair value gap right here, which I've marked out. There's also another 15-minute fair value gap right there, which I also marked out, just to see how the market would react. Now, as we were coming closer to 7 o'clock, you can see, I'll jump down to the 5-minute chart, because I think you might be able to see something rather me having to point out. So we had a high, we broke the high prior to 7 o'clock, we came down, 7 o'clock started, pushed higher. This is what I seen. So if I drop down into the 3-minute, I had entered a position, and if I just quickly show you, right there in that candle. Now if I zoom in here, one of the things that I was worried about when I took this trade was we had two equal highs up here which hadn't been pierced, but as we had pierced this prior to 7, another thing was this yellow line denotes the yesterday high, so we were breaking yesterday's high as well, and I was bearish for the day from our bias. So if I scroll in, when I was looking at this chart, I had it zoomed in like this as I was watching it, and as you can see, this candle stopped right here, and you can see that this candle's wick and this candle's wick just went above it, and you can see that I entered right there in that candle. When I entered into that candle, I was looking at the market. First thing I did was I put my stop loss up here because I didn't want to continue to be in this trade if it was going to continue to rise. The other thing that I was concerned when I took this trade was if I take the value from here to here, it was only another 30 pips before we got another 1 hour high on the left. So I did take this trade, but I wasn't as confident as I usually am with my trades. So when I entered in here, up straight away, I was willing to risk. So if I took from here and I went up, that's 17 pips, and that was 40 5 pips. I was willing to take that as a TP and miss out all my other lows. So this low here, I wasn't going to take it because it was too close. This low here, I could have potentially taken it, but you'll see that before I could even think about looking and seeing where I wanted to take profit, this candle right here pretty much took me straight into profit. So you can see that I entered right there, and you can see I got taken out right there, and that was where my trade collapsed. This has got to be one of the shortest trades I've ever done. Literally 12 minutes. I was in a trade and I was already out of the trade, taking my profit. So yeah, I was happy with that trade. I was happy with the pip amount because obviously in my previous video I showed you that it does move. So GJ does move, but it will give me between 35 to 70 pips, and I'll happily take the low number of that threshold compared to the higher number. And because obviously I wasn't looking at the chart, which is why I never recorded it, I wasn't able to manage it, so that's the reason why I decided to take profit right there. But you can see that the market came down, broke, could have entered here, again it came back, here we had another fair value gap that we could have entered, and the market pretty much broke down all day today. If I scroll out, you can see that we pretty much moved quite a significant amount today. So today, 98 pips. That could have been potentially caught, but obviously I'm not going to look at potentials. My idea is to have a strategic plan in terms of my trading plan and then sticking by it, because the minute I mess around with my plan, that's the minute that I generally lose trades quite quickly. So because I'm making this video, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this because I don't need it. I don't need that, and I don't need that, and as of this, because we broke it, I no longer need that. So taking off the markings, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the hour just to have a quick look at what we're looking at. So we broke down, came up, filled, so we got a double top there, here and here. So I'm just trying to think what we would potentially go for. See, right now I couldn't tell you where I think it's going to go. Because we're right in the middle, we could potentially go for this, or we could potentially go for this, which is also below this, which is relative lows. So I'm not entirely sure where I think the market is trying to push. Only time will tell, but yeah, that was my trade. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, comment and share, please. And if I have a trade tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll try and record the video. And yeah, I will speak to you guys tomorrow.